Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division 2 video today by myself, Vulcan, and Attack Power.
Woo! Steel Division 2, Game 3!
In this video, we have for you Game 3 of a best of 3 between two teams, Gonzo and Yamin, and Farid and Khers, in the grand final of Badger Jelly's 2v2 tournament. Today, they are playing on Vitebsk, and on our left in the red team. Playing on the allied side, we have Gonzo playing with the reserve 43rd and the Maverick deployment type, and we have Yamin playing with CIABG and the Maverick deployment type. And on our right, in the blue team, we have Farid using 2nd Panzerlosch with the Maverick deployment type, and Khers using 5th Gebirgsjäger and the Maverick deployment type. Interesting last division there.
Yeah. I mean, these are all... If you haven't seen Game 1 and 2, go check them out. They're phenomenal. But all three of these four divisions have been played already. We saw 43rd Reserve, we saw CIABG, different games. So this is the first time they were in combination, but both these divisions already being played, but this time they're both Maverick. This has not happened yet. Where red side were both Maverick. On the other side, 2nd Panzerlosch, still amazing, like it was last game. 5th Gebirgsjäger, this is the newcomer to the scene here. An interesting choice, especially for this map. There is green forest. I'm not taking that away, but there's a lot of open ground for a division that severely suffers in the open ground. Yeah.
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 I think it comes down to mainly the artillery will provide plenty of smoke, I would imagine.
But there's
that's how they're going to play it out.
There's plenty of divisions that do that and do better things along with it. But hey, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, the division can be very good in certain situations. Like, it has moments where it's like, wow, this division slaps. And then there's other moments where like, what is this division even trying to do? So
yeah, it's very hit and miss division. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a Maverick throwdown here.
All right. Well, let's have a quick look at what we got going down, because Reserve 43rd and CIABG on the left side. That's quite a potent combination. We've got Cromwell 5, Cromwell 6s on the top side, Cromwell 7 sneaking in there. All the flavors of Cromwell's there. T-34-85, 1943, Crusader AA. Got an AT gun and machine gun joining them. In the middle, it's going to be plenty of infantry, of course, with this Sapadi Rocks. KV-1S, and he's also got the Smish backing up the disheartened infantry. We have further down the SU-152, SU-85 with a Recon M5 Stuart, bunch of the CIABG infantry, the FO Fusiliers and the converted gunners there. On the bottom side, going to be some Janista. We've got the Cromwells, we've got the T-34-85, another AT gun, machine gun combo. A lot of those units are very mixed from both players.
Yeah, they're playing the whole map.
Yeah, spreading out quite nicely. On the side of the blue team, we have the Turans on the top side with the Panzer III, with some of the Hungarian infantry, the Modlovis and the Motarkasok. There's going to be the early 105 off map once again, supported by MGs and stuff. Stug 3 there with a couple more MGs. Further down, Turans, Panzer III. You've got Langsodashok, the Modlovis, Motarkasok. Moving into the center. On the bottom side, looks like it's going to be mostly Khers with his Gebirgsjäger and Gebirgsstreif. And then on the bottom side, we've got the MG42, Pack 40, all of these Gebirgsjäger troops moving in with the Stug M42s to back it up, and a Breda 20mm truck. So it looks like on the side of the blue team, Khers taking one side of the map mostly, Farid on the other, whereas on the red team, they're kind of both spreading out quite a bit.
Yeah, they're not taking the sides I would have thought. I would have thought the open ground down south was 2nd Panzerlosch territory, and, you know, the green stuff up north would be the other, but they went opposite. So I'm definitely interested to see what their plan is with this.
I think the reason Khers wants to play on this bottom side is because if he can get to the opposite side of the hill here, he has a lot of, like, cover to work with in order to put pressure onto a second flag. In the center as well would be a great place for the Gebirgs here. But we're not seeing them there. We'll have to see how deep Khers can really get with all of this infantry as he's forced to unload in the face of this 45mm and the Cromwell's SB WAB-41s being fired from the Harrison's infantry as the engagement gets underway.
Yeah, one thing that 5th Gebirgsjäger has in spades is snipers, so we should see lots of sniper spam. And we know very well, especially from this new DLC, sniper spam is a winning spam.
With the AD parents here, in particular with the Brits.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, on this bottom side, the Gebirgs Fusiliers with the 2 Stugs now coming up. These Stugs are really going to have to try and find their way through this T-34 85 1943, although it seems like the HS-129 will be the solution, indeed.
If it keeps line of sight and can find it. I've lost it already. Definitely lost it. Let's see if it gets lucky and it's a strike anyway. That thing's on the move though. Oh! It survives.
Yeah, that was just off target, but must have done a bit of damage there and forced it back enough for these Stug M43s to provide plenty of fire support onto the infantry. All of the infantry now from Yamin here has been killed off, so the Gebirgsjäger can continue to push off. The back 40 can keep moving up into position, and check out this blob of infantry that's managed to get through here in their transports as well into a very nice position. Meanwhile, topside
finds the Cromwell too down south.
Oh, nice. Nice indeed. Eruption's actually a great on this sort of cover. It's perfect range for them. They've got that 750 meter range. The heavy cover to open ground here is going to be perfect for them. In the middle, Farid actually getting a really nice alien here and finding a second flag there. 15-9 for the blue team. Seems like both sides, they're having really, really bad time. As a Cromwell 5 goes down on the top side, this off-map will also go pretty well, potentially allowing Farid to push through.
It's just a 105, so nothing's going to die. But really, this T-3045 is the big issue, right? So if he can get this to fall back, then he can make his push. I mean, the Cromwell 7 is also a big issue. Gerons can't kill that at all. So, and the Panzer 3 died, so he lost the APCR of that. Or maybe it went a different direction, I guess. But it's not there. And here comes the 105, and it's not doing anything, essentially.
Yeah, it's not really hitting the mark as it needs to. But great developments on this bottom side from Khers. Has managed to get his infantry right far up, bringing up a second Puption. These Puptions just so good with that penetration. Now loads of infantry are going to be piling in the middle from Khers to back up the mid, and that's what I would say I expected from the mid Gebirgs. This mid engagement from those infantry going to be working out quite nicely. Meanwhile, another off-map strike being placed on the top, but probably just going to have the same effect.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I respect him for trying. But I don't think he's going to do much. But yeah, the center I think is where they need to put their time and energy, because they certainly have the advantage there infantry-wise. You know, 43rd has some great CQC infantry, but it's limited. They run out pretty quick of those really strong infantry.
Yeah, all these Gebirgsjägers starting to arrive in the center, but let's keep an eye on this Puption that's sneaking through the light cover here towards T-3485 and the Cromwells. Since both players are kind of spreading out their units here, you can see that the T-3485s are Gonzos and the Cromwells, of course, are Yamins. And Yamin reacting to the light engagement there, but the T-34 still sitting forwards. That is something that can obviously catch up these players as the game goes on. HS-129 coming in for another of these cluster strikes.
This time it will land.
Yep, does have eyes on target, and that will be more than enough to get the job done. Spitfire coming in with an LA-7, looking to shoot that down, but the HS-129 manually piloted on the turn there. Now going to be trying to get that out alive, but the Spitfire right on its tail. Job done.
And that's actually the second HS-129 that went down. Another one just died moments before. So that, I think he's out already for A phase. If he brought him A phase, 2 or 3 of those. But either way, he's out.
Yeah, I want to say 2. We'll see if another one comes in. Gebirgsjäger with the 80% down too, just got deleted in the front of those Stugs. ME-210 came in the mid for a long strike.
17
This positioning from Farid is working out very, very nicely.
Yeah, the Lobos are actually able to, because the Sapody Rocks, while they're pretty good long-range units, that's obviously not what they're primarily designed for. You know, they're kind of getting overwhelmed here by the just overwhelming number of multi-Lobos and stuff. All those machine guns going. Up north, things are just kind of at a standstill. Actually, if anything, I think it's Gonzo is pushing forward here with some Strafniki and stuff. Look at starting to rumble here.
Yeah, but they've noticed the threat on this bottom side as Khers has managed to get those Gebirgsjäger through the cover here. And they're going to kill off that infantry out in the open. Now to a 15-9, this bottom side. Looking very, very rough for the red team as he's forced to reposition these Cromwells. Ends up getting one of the Shinnies that snipe M42 going to kill off the Cromwell 6. Big kills.
Yeah, Cromwell 7 now in the crosshairs here. Stup 3 gets the 10. Takes one in return. Cromwell 7 now in the retreat. And in the center, things aren't getting any better. The Gebirgsjäger, Lovesh, pushing into this forest here. Infantry slowly going down. These converted gunners, they just hold ground. They don't really kill things.
Yeah, and the Gebirgsjäger at close range do have 4 MP40s. So converted gunners struggling there at the close range. The Gebirgsführer even has 3 Berettas. So that converted gunner gets absolutely wiped. On the top side, it looks like, honestly, Geralt wants to push. Gonzo wants to push here, but he's a bit worried of getting side shot as he comes off the bridge.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of gun depression issues and stuff when you start to work around these hills. So, like, you could end up just sitting there. It's really dangerous. He's going anyway, but this is very ballsy.
Yeah, I think the ping was to get Yamin's attention to push the Cromwell 7 as he pushes the T-34. So they're just trying to coordinate the push here on this top side. And this is the trouble with sort of spreading out
Mixing
both players, is that you kind of need to get the attention of both players in order to make these successful pushes. And I feel like at the start, Farid and Khers had a good idea of what they wanted to do with their own divisions, and now only backing each other up in the middle, whilst each player kind of takes their side of the map.
Yeah, and there's an argument for both. I mean, if you're on like an actual like chat and you're talking actively, then sure, like mix it up. Your buddy can like warn you of things going on, but you're still going to make a lot more micro mistakes doing that. These maps are huge. It's nothing like 1v1, which is still a lot to manage, but this is a ton to manage if you're going all over the map.
Yeah, and it seems like the infantry of Geralt and Grossi, Gonzo and Yamin, trying to hold back the Gebirgsjäger, but not actually doing very well at all. I mean, these are all close-range infantry, the Genista and the Avtostrafniki. And these Gebirgsjäger and the Gebirgsführer, they have rifle sniper and then machine MG42, so just not able to do any damage in this sort of range.
Yeah, the issue is a lot to veterancy. The veterancy's been on point here from the blue side, and that's allowing them to overwhelm. That one difference in veterancy makes all the difference. If you're just one veterancy above your opponent, it makes such a huge difference, and it's easy to win when that's happening.
Oh, look at this Super Rocks. Perfect engagement for the Gebirgs there with the MG44s and the MG42s. Pushing them off, even though they are at a veterancy disparity. But plenty of numbers, of course, to back that up as both the Hungarian infantry and the German infantry push through together, and that is such a nasty combo. Loves and Gebirgs kind of just sweeping through their cost-efficient infantry, just pushing hard.
Yeah, we're at a 16-8 already from blue side. We're just hitting B phase, so things going really poorly here for red, to say the least.
Yeah, and we've got to note that because it's basically a mirror match in terms of incomes, it's going to be even harder for them to come back. There's no like balance that they can rely on in the late game to swing this back in their favor, although having a balance at this point would be even worse. But yeah, every kill really counts in sort of mirror match income.
Tron 1 just took out a Cromwell in the center here. That's a beautiful trade up for that Tron. It did go down. We also see a Stup 3 on the hill going up against his T-34 at 76 and goes down to the T-34 76. So a nice big kill there for Gonzo to get back in. He did get off the hill up north a little bit, but has not pushed any further, and Farid's building up some defenses here to stop any further push up north.
Yeah, so we see 17-7 as Farid brings in Tate to engage the Su-152 and the Su-85 up on this hill that have been causing issues for the reinforcing road onto the Opal flag. So nice kill there onto the Su-152. Now I'm going to be looking for the Su-85 that does not have the range to fight back against the Panther. And Tate forces it off. Su-85 surviving for the time being. Bergs Fusiliers coming in on the bottom side once again. Bergs going to be trying to get into the heavy cover. You can see that Khers has been purposefully deploying them onto that bottom road and then driving them through this light cover instead of using that road through the town because of the cover that the Su-85 and the Su-4152 was giving. But now the Panther's in position, he's going to probably be able to use that reinforcing road again.
Quick opinion there, Vulcan. I think aces should come in with one unit with 3 stars, always an A. Thoughts?
Always an A. I mean, yeah, I guess you could do that, but I think certain units would be OP if you could bring them in A.
Well, of the aces, I mean, just the ace units.
Yeah, potentially. I just don't think that you should make aces more stronger than other units.
They're aces. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Is that because people ask me, new players ask me all the time, like, do the aces do anything? I'm like, nope, absolutely. Actually, they die easier. I swear.
That's just because they're yellow portraits and they get targeted instantly. That won't change if you give them extra veterancy.
It makes them feel cooler, though.
Yeah, the issue there is like pay to win, right? That's the trouble with making it better.
I mean, for a singular unit, though, I don't think that like breaks the game or anything. Come on, come on, Eugen.
Back to this game. It's looking pretty dire right now for the red team as Farid and Khers have managed to almost completely delete all of the infantry that the red team had on the hill. They're still capturing a flag with the Langsoddershuk there. That's so cheeky. If it smoked itself as well, it'd probably still hold the ground. But on this bottom side, even more Gebirgsjäger coming in. These things are only they're 25 points, MG42s. Just the abundance of these is absolutely crazy, and you can see that they're all coming in at 2 veterancy.
Yeah, they're double vetted at 2. So like, wow, he's really playing. Double vetting really cuts down availability pretty significantly, but I mean, Gebirgsjägers have a higher availability curve to start, so that makes that a little bit more palatable to do that. This Panther continuing to bully these tanks off of the hill, and I mean, they're about to get pushed all the way off this center hill. These units here are not going to hold this off, without a doubt.
All of the flags on that middle hill now under control of Khers and Farid. Nice Buption kill there. Kills one of the Churchill 7s as these Gebirgsjäger come in to back this up. Honestly, they can just drive off that road right now and straight into that flag there. So this is really, really not looking good as a Tiger now joins the center as well. A couple of LG42s arriving on top of that hill. They will provide a really good 2,000 meter range fire support. I think they're the 105 variants. So they will have that long range. And yeah, honestly, 5 minutes left on the clock. Farid Khers really, really dominating this map.
Yeah, and I mean, we questioned what 5th Gebirgsjäger was going to do, and I mean, it did. It's doing, and it did some very impressive things.
It got a lot of value out of these Stugs, and it also got a lot of value out of the Puptions. The Puptions, 30 points, and they've killed multiple medium tanks in this game so far.
Yeah, Puptions are fantastic. I mean, their Panzer strikes with 750 meter range. That's hard to beat. For 10 points more. I mean, that's really hard to beat. We do see a Tiger now, Panzer IV, double LG42, absolutely crushing this 17-pounder before it can even really get going. Su-152 has to be careful because the Tiger's here to counter that. I mean, this is just such a deadly combo of stuff.
Yeah, and that Sapody up on the hill there. Got to be careful it doesn't go down to the LGs if it gets spotted, because that will relinquish the front line to the MG34s since that Cromwell is recon. HS129 on the bottom side has spotted the T-34 commander. It's trying its best to dodge, and it does.
A lot of Cromwell 8s floating around. No AA still. I mean, it's pretty ballsy, honestly. It's not like we haven't seen planes.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has come down to just pressure, right?
Yeah,
there's been too many kills that don't have the points to reinforce with AA, and if they did, it would just be overrun by now, right? Because there is a serious force disparity on this bottom side as Khers continues to reinforce with more and more units, including his Stug 3s. And the Khers keep moving forwards. One of the Panthers did just go down on the hill there. Looks like the IS-2 1943 did manage to get the shots on target. Tate in a little bit of trouble there as well if he allows IS-2 to fire at it. There's a lot of armor on that hill. Goodbye to the
There it
ace.
goes. 18-6 right now. That is technically a quadruple tick. We call it a triple tick, but it's technically a quadruple tick, I think.
Yeah, it is technically a quadruple tick. We call it a triple tick because it's 3 arrows.
Yeah, and there's a fourth level, right? Yeah, there's one more level after this that we never
There
see.
is.
Yeah, that's a 8 times tick, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Indeed.
that's a
Total
depressing.
victory.
That's a depressing level to get to. This is already painful. This hurts the ego badly, but yeah, if you ever get all the way down to the bottom, that's like, oh.
Absolutely dominant performance. That IS-2 actually got turret stuck on the hill. That's really sad.
Oof.
Yeah. I mean, it really just comes down to efficiency from the Gebirgsjäger again. I feel like Khers did a really good job here. I mean, I don't know if it was Khers or Farid, of identifying how well the Gebirgsjäger could do in this terrain. Because Vitebsk is one of those maps that has like this sort of interesting light, heavy cover with gaps in between, sort of dynamic. A lot of different maps aren't very much like this, and I think it really sort of favoured the 5th Gebirgs with those options, with the sort of hybrid close range but MG42 infantry. And then we're going to see it's ticking out. And the victory goes to Farid and Khers, which also means that they're going to win the grand final of this 2v2 tournament. So congratulations to them. 18 minutes and 1 second it took. And superior KDs is what they needed and what they got.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to them. I mean, taking down two. I mean, let's call them gods of Steel Division 2, really. I mean, Yamin and Gonzo, easily two of the top players in the entire game. Not that Farid and Khers aren't phenomenal players themselves, but if we're going like Hall of Famers here, it would definitely be Gonzo and Yamin. So congratulations to them. That's quite a feat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Khers and Farid really come a long way in the Steel Division sort of tournament community, and showing their might in 2v2. Obviously a little bit different, of course, to 1v1, where Gonzo really stands strong, Yamin as well. But it seems like in 2v2, the strategy that Farid and Khers had of sort of splitting and concentrating on their own sides of the map seemed to kind of pay off a lot more than the sort of mixed attempt from Gonzo and Yamin.
Yeah, so great match to all these players here. And if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to both channels. It really helps us out and it means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, fantastic final. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to go and check out Attack Power, of course.
Thanks, buddy. You guys don't need
to.
Vulcan's famous. He doesn't need me.
That's so cringe. All right, we're gonna leave it there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.